Lions fans, brace yourselves. The offseason is heating up, and the team might be about to make moves no one saw coming. After a historic season with a bitter ending, Detroit needs to strengthen the roster to keep the Super Bowl dream alive. And according to a new report, the franchise might make bold draft decisions to fortify the defense. But that's not all. The most important position on the team could also see a major shakeup, with a surprising name emerging on the radar. You won't want to miss a single detail, so drop a like and let's dive into the video. The Lions had a truly historic 2024 season. 15 wins, the #1 seed in the NFC playoffs, achievements this franchise had never reached before. But then came the heartbreak. Injuries devastated the defense, and it showed in the divisional round against Washington. The team was exhausted, and the Super Bowl dream slipped through their fingers. Now, with the offseason underway, Detroit must fix its weaknesses and strengthen the roster to come back even stronger in 2025. With about $51 million in cap space, the Lions have room to add pieces in free agency, but don't expect any blockbuster signings. Plus, future contracts for key players like Aiden Hutchinson and Kirby Joseph are on the horizon, so the team might save part of its budget for those extensions. That means the 2025 NFL Draft could be Detroit's primary tool for upgrading the roster. And according to PFF's simulator, here's how the Lions could boost the team in the first 5 rounds. PFF's mock draft for the Lions. Round 1, Detroit makes a surprising move, selecting Derek Harmon, a defensive tackle from Oregon, instead of an edge rusher. It might seem like an unusual pick, but Harmon offers plenty of versatility. He can play multiple spots on the defensive line, and having played at Michigan State, he already has a natural connection with the fan base. With Levi Onwuzurike possibly leaving in free agency, this could be a smart move. Round 2, here comes the edge rusher, Jared Ivey from Mississippi. He's an aggressive, explosive pass rusher who could thrive thanks to the attention Aiden Hutchinson draws. He's not the best run defender, but he could be a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Round 3, the Lions add speed with Tez Johnson, a wide receiver from Oregon. The issue: while he looks like a burner on tape, his 4.55 second 40-yard dash at the combine was the slowest for a player his size since 2003. Detroit arguably needed a big-bodied outside receiver more than a slot guy, so this pick is questionable. Round 4, the Lions take Oluwafemi Oladejo, an edge rusher from UCLA. He started his career as a linebacker, so he's still a work in progress, but he has explosiveness and solid instincts. Detroit has taken chances on raw prospects before, like James Houston, and if developed properly, Oladejo could be a steal. Overall, PFF's mock draft shows the Lions prioritizing defense, though some picks are debatable. Detroit desperately needs to improve its pass rush, and if these young players develop as expected, the team could be building a dominant defense for the future. Quarterback shakeup incoming, but hold on, because now we're diving into a potentially huge change at the most critical position on the team, and an unexpected name might be the key to this story. The Lions made it clear last season that they weren't fully sold on their backup QB options. The proof? When it came time for the playoff game against Washington, it was Teddy Bridgewater who took over as QB2, leaving Hendon Hooker on the bench without even being considered. Now, with Bridgewater retiring, the search for a replacement is officially on, and an intriguing option has just hit the market. According to Tom Pelissero of NFL Network, Gardner Minshew, who started 9 games for the Raiders last season, is about to be released. And if the Lions truly want an experienced backup, Minshew seems like an ideal fit. The guy has seen it all in the NFL. In 7 seasons, he's played for 4 teams and is about to join his 5th. He became a fan favorite in 2019 during the Minshew Mania era in Jacksonville, spent time with the Eagles backing up Jalen Hurts, and even made the Pro Bowl with the Colts last year. His stats with the Raiders weren't spectacular: 66% completion rate, 9 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, but he has one thing the Lions clearly value: real starting experience. Often compared to Ryan Fitzpatrick, Minshew isn't a long-term franchise QB, but he's reliable enough to keep an offense competitive if the starter goes down. And at this point, it's clear Detroit doesn't trust Hooker to be that guy. If the Lions want a solid backup for Goff, Minshew could be the missing piece. The Lions need to make the right moves this offseason, and it looks like big decisions are coming. The draft could bring key defensive reinforcements, but will they make the right picks? And at the team's most crucial position, a veteran quarterback could be the solution. Now the question is, does Detroit truly believe in this plan? To make sure you don't miss any Lions updates, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the latest news.